What are you doing? I'm trying to write a script for my next video. I have this topic that I want to vlog about, but I can't put together the words that I need. Well, what do you have so far? Are you on Facebook again? No? Hey! What does that say, Maya? Let me not hit up my Facebook like it's a crack pipe. Keep the browser closed. Exactly. Now do as A. Frank says and get off Facebook, sit down, and start writing. Have you ever had a really good idea stuck in your head? Maybe it's an idea for a novel, or an invention, or even a video. When the idea first pops into your head, you think, dude, that's a really cool idea. But then life gets in the way, and as you find yourself dealing with the responsibilities of school, work, and adulthood, that idea gets shoved to the back burner of your brain. The idea doesn't go away though, and during random periods of the day you find yourself ruminating on the idea, adding more complex layers to it as you try to make it better. The longer that idea sits in the back burner of your brain, the larger and more convoluted it grows, until it becomes this ginormous beast that consumes every part of your brain. Okay, maybe that last part only happens to me, but you've had those ideas, right? Ideas that seem really cool in your head, but that's all they ever are. Ideas in your head. Those ideas never become anything more. They never become fully realized. Rather than yielding this beautiful artistic creation, those ideas simply remain in the recesses of your brain. That is called brain crack, a term coined by the great A. Frank, who I have mentioned on this channel before. Do as A. Frank says, and it's A. Frank. I turned to A. Frank's video. People have good ideas all the time, but it's the influential thinkers who turn those ideas into reality. Can you imagine where we'd be without Galileo, who had this idea that maybe the Earth revolves around the sun, instead of the other way around? Where would science be without Darwin, who proposed the idea of evolution via natural selection? And where would we be without Mark Zuckerberg, whose idea about Facebook forever changed the way we view social media? You don't have to have an idea that revolutionizes your field in order to create something good. These are just extreme examples of people who have acted on their ideas rather than sat on them. As you may know, I've been doing this vlogging thing for about 9 months now, and in that time I've had lots of ideas for videos. This is my notebook of ideas. As you can see, it's full of brain crack. A few good ideas among many bad ones. At times I've struggled to find a way to get the idea off the page and turn it into a good video. I tend to get caught up in the logistics of it, and then I find myself just ruminating on the idea and adding more layers to the brain crack. Sometimes I hesitate at the prospect of turning an idea into a reality. In my head, the idea remains untouched and seemingly perfect, but when I turn that idea into a physical creation, it doesn't always measure up to my perfect vision. Admittedly, the journey from brain crack to creation can be quite a leap, but sometimes you just have to drop everything and start doing. Just do it, as Nike says. If you get caught up in the details and can't see the forest for the trees, then your ideas may never come to fruition. The human mind is a beautiful, complex thing, and what makes life so great is when a person can create something that brings enjoyment and inspiration to others, as well as himself. Consider this a call to arms. An invitation to do. If you have an idea, whether it's for something you want to make or something you've been meaning to do, I'm encouraging you to start. Just start and see what happens. You might be glad you did.